What's going on, everybody? Welcome to TeckReacts, where every beat counts. My name is Matt Tech. Thank you for joining me today for a new artist. Today, kind of an unusual one. A friend of mine at church highly recommended that I check this one out. He texted me the link, and as soon as I opened it, I see immediately that it's got 14 million views in the last month. This is a song called Dopamine by a gentleman or a group named Wing. I'm not sure I don't know who it is at all. And then it says beatbox in there. Not a whole lot in the credits on this, but I get the feeling that we're going to hear some epic beatboxing. Composed by Wing, arranged by Wing. So Wing is this person's name, or this person's handle, you could say. I've heard beatboxing before. I've heard like epic beatboxing before. There's a Russian dude, I think, that got really famous for doing it, and he makes like these. You obviously have to make weird facial expressions, but it'd be interesting. I haven't spent a whole lot of time listening to epic beatboxing, so I know that Russian dude, and then I know, the guy from Pentatonics who does all their rhythm via a beatbox, verbal, guttural beatbox. So let's check this out. This is Wing, and it's called Dopamine. Let's get it. Sounds like a trumpet. That's actually crazy.
The brain's motivation neurotransmitter, dopamine.
Oh my gosh. How's he doing that?
Dopamine.
There's no way this is real. There has to be tracks on this. Is he doing this live? Is he doing he's doing like five layers of sounds. If I were to close my eyes, it does not sound like this is coming out of a person's mouth. Hold on. This part, first of all, there's like this, when he's building up, you almost hear rim clicks on a snare drum building up in the background. This little added thing that didn't need to be there, but is there. That's actually crazy. The whole build up is crazy.
Dopamine. Dopamine.
And how he just stops and says dopamine in crystal clear English. Dopamine. Dude, I've seen things like this, but I've never seen, and we still we're only halfway through this thing. I have never heard, like the other stuff I've heard, I can tell that it's, that it's someone's mouth, and then it's someone's, throat, mouth, all the things that he's using. This sounds like a straight EDM track that was made in some software. I mean, you have to have an incredible microphone, first of all, for all this to get picked up with such clarity. But this is absolutely mesmerizing me. That's crazy. Those extra sounds. Jeez.
Dopamine now. Can you feel it now? Check it.
He's gonna add another layer. I can feel it. Dude, the breath control is insane.
Dopamine.
Okay. Oh, he's ending it. Hold on. He's gonna give us like a good closeout from that, right? Or he's gonna build up just to fade out. Yeah. Okay. Holy jeez. So when I was in college, I was part of the percussion ensemble at my university for all 4 years, and we brought my percussion instructor Jerry Bolin. He brought in a gentleman named what's this guy's name? He played with a group called Bela Fleck and the Flecktones. Bela Fleck and the Flecktones tabla player name. His name is Zakir Hussain. Yeah. Zakir Hussain came to our university and taught us tablas. And tablas, if you don't know, I'll try to put up a picture somewhere, are these little drums that you play with your fingers, not really with your hands like you would bongos, congas, but with your fingers. And there's, from one drum, you can get a myriad of different sounds. And how he was explaining that in their culture, before you can play the tablas, you have to learn to sing the tablas. And so he taught us a couple of very rudimentary things about tongue placement, lip placement, and the different rhythms and kind of rhythmic sayings, I guess you could say, that helps you form a structure, right? So, for example, if you're just doing 1, 2, 3, 4, you say ta, 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 ta. If you're doing eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you say taka, 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 taka. If you're doing triplets, so 1 enda, 2 enda, 3 enda, 4 enda, 1 enda, 2 enda. That's how English would do it. But in their culture, you would say taka ta taka ta taka ta taka ta taka. You could speed up taka ta taka ta taka taka ta taka. See, he had us going taka ta 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 taka ta, and you just speed up and speed up. If you're doing 16th notes, you're probably bored by now. If you're doing 16th notes, 1 E into 2 E into 3 E into 4 E into 1 E into 2 E into 3 E into 4 E into, that's English. But what they would do is they would phonetically say takadimi. So Takadimi, 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 tak. And what that does is those phonetics cause your tongue and mouth to be at such a placement, takadimi, 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 where you can kind of just mix up. Takadimi, so if I wanted to do some sort of rhythm, 1E into 2E into triplet, I could do takadimi, 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 right? But so he would give us music and we would have to sing the rhythms in that way before he allowed us to touch the tablas, because the sounds that your mouth makes are the sounds that your fingers emulate on the tablas. I say all that to say that, like, with regards to rhythm, his mouth placement here is very similar, but there's a lot of other things he's doing, like making, he's doing all these, like, he's doing something with his throat, his cheeks, his, like, even his nasal passages. When he gets down to that, and his mouth kind of goes like this, and you hear that kind of that shaking, but it's really low. He's like activating those sinuses and nasal passages, kind of like you were doing a pig oink. The thing is he's doing a bunch of things at one time, and that's what's blowing my mind. There's 5-6 different layers of things. I have heard beatboxing before. I've never heard it at this level. This is absolutely fascinating. I want to run through the last minute of this. Hold on.
Check it.
And so clean. He's not like sliding into things, like he's hitting them. That's very similar to the it's like no effort.
Dopamine.
I love how he ends it. It makes it feel like it's going to go back into it, and it just stops. That background noise. Dude, this is insane. That was insane. Hold on, he's got live in Japan concerts. I mean, that was a live performance, obviously. But so first of all, who's going to these concerts is my question. I've never thought about somebody going to see a beatbox concert. This is all new for me. Is this a world? Is this an avenue worth pursuing? Let me know in the comments. This was incredible. Tell me more about this gentleman. Like, where did he come from? Was he like, is this how he got big? I mean, 14 million in just a month. I assume this is not his first video, or if it is, like, is this his rise to fame? Never heard of him before, but holy cow, this was amazing. Appreciate you guys. See you guys on the next video. Take care.